I've been looking forward to this one, but at the same time, I've also been a bit nervous about it. I'm going to have a special guest with me, and what we're going to be doing, we're going to be making some kites. I want to make a bushcraft kite, try to make a bushcraft kite using this mat, which I'll get into later on. But I'm also going to make a traditional sort of run-of-the-mill kind of kite, and then take it out tomorrow and see if they actually fly. The reason I'm a little bit nervous is this special guest that I've got today that I'm going to be doing this video with doesn't have a channel, no social media presence at all. Well, why would he? He's only 15 months old. Go grab him and I'll introduce you to my son. We'll get this show on the road. So here he is, star of the show, young Casey James, 15 months old. Alright, you want to sit down next to Daddy? Good boy. Alright, what are we doing here? It's just a matter of binding it all together without him running off. What do you got? You want a leaf to play with? Huh? You want a leaf to play with? Yeah, yeah. Want a leaf? Okay. Oh, dropped it. Alright. So the thing with working with a young kid... yeah. Cheers, buddy. Is trying to get things done as quickly as possible before he loses interest, which isn't going to take long. As you can see, he's up and about already. Mate, you want to sit down? You're going to get taken off downhill if you start walking. It's a bit steep. Alright, so I've just got a bit of a knot on there, pretty rough and ready. I'm going to hold that. Hey, don't chew on that, your mum won't be happy. I know. He likes the taste of tarred bank line, what can I say? Alright, so what do you got? So that's pretty much it. Now the first project I did with this guy, I wanted to make it pretty quick because he's gonna lose interest pretty fast, and if he starts walking away, as I say, we're on a bit of a hill here, he's going to take off downhill and it's going to be crazy. Sit there. Alright, Daddy just tied this on. No, you don't want to sit still. Okay, you do what you want, mate. You want to run off downhill, you go ahead. I didn't actually mean that. We'll just sit here for a second longer. Look. Oh, you hear the bird? Now I'm still going to do some more stuff with this afterwards. I just want to get the initial kite made while I've got him with me. So yeah, that's what we got. That initial lashing there is just to kind of hold everything more or less in position. Then I've got some newspaper, which I've stuck together because it wasn't quite big enough. What do you got? Oh, cheers, buddy. You see them? Good boy. Chuck that under there. Huh? Cheers. I thought you were throwing them away. I haven't made a kite since I was about 8, so I've really got no idea, but I've got my newspaper there and I'm just going to lay it down, fold the edges over it and just glue it. We're almost done here, mate. Hey, what you got? Ooh, that's pretty cool. Still the white stuff around your face. Didn't I clean your face off enough after breakfast? More or less the shape that I'm looking at. Now, I'm going to make another one when he's not with me. And I'll make the other one's going to be a bit more bushcrafty. Got all white stuff on your face, so until you see him again, when we go to fly these kites, you want to say goodbye to people? Say bye-bye. That's my boy, Casey James, YouTube star. Right guys, I'll get back to you in a second and I'll do the second kite. Alright, you want to go for a drink? Alright, let's go. Still got to put a tail on it, put some more cord in here so I can actually fly it. But you know, put that one aside for now, let that glue dry on there. Wind's starting to pick up, which is a good thing when I go to fly these things, because I think I'm going to need all the wind I can get, especially with this next one. That was a more conventional kite. This next one, it's going to be a bit of a... If this works, I'm going to be very surprised. This is a little mat that I made out of cattails. Made this about 2.5 to 3 weeks ago, and I would have liked to have made it bigger, but I just ran out of time. I went overseas with the family and I was rushing to get this sort of made before I left. But as it's dried, it's all shrunk up. So what I've got to do is try to push it all back together again, somewhat, which is then going to reduce the size of it even more. Even if this was the right size, I think that's going to be too small to actually work. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Something's ever going to fail on me. This is going to be it. You hear a growling noise? It's not an animal, it's my stomach. So I haven't eaten today. Just been rushing around trying to get everything set up and get Casey ready, and he had his food. He's now at childcare. Dropped him off for the day, so he can catch up with his mates. I cut notches around the outside for the string to go in, but that's also split the bamboo. So I've just got to do a little lashing on each one of those just to stop it splitting all the way through. Alright, so I've got those sort of lashed on there, which just adds even more weight to it, which isn't a good thing when I'm trying to keep the weight down, but if this thing flies, I will be extremely surprised and impressed, because that's a super small kite. Now what I've got to do, try to attach that to this. In an ideal world, this should be at least this size. Alright, I'm just going to keep going along, tie this all on, and I'll get back to you when I'm done. If that's not the dodgiest looking kite you've ever seen, I don't know what is. Massive gaps through there, like you can stick your finger right through those holes. Try to keep the tightest part up the top here where the wind's going to catch it the most. Should have been a lot bigger. It is what it is now. So what I've got to do, attach a tail to this thing and to this other one. And put a tail on each one. See if it works. Alright, I got the little fella with me again. Down here at a public park, lots of people around. I really don't know about this one. I think this isn't going to work at all, even though we've got some wind. Where are you going? Where are you going? What's that? Yeah, we've got some wind here, but I don't think it's going to be anywhere near enough. I think I'm going to need a hurricane to get this thing in the air. So yeah, we need to put more of them in there, mate. But we'll give it a try, and we'll try this other one, see what happens. Can't rush these things. It's alright, mate. I'm going to get this kite in the air. Let's go. Alright, I'll start out with the one I don't think is going to work at all, which is this tiny little one. It's too small, and there's too many holes in it. Like, you can stick your finger right through it, so there's no wind at all right now. So this thing's not even going to, it's not even going to get off the ground if there's no wind. That's with the wind blowing on it. Right, bit of breeze. Like I say, there's just not. It needs to be twice as big as this to have any sort of chance of getting in the air. Go with our paper one. If you can hear that noise in the background, that's Casey just running amok. That's yeah. The wind's died off again, which is a bit of a pain. Just waiting for it to pick up, hopefully. I think a lot more tweaking is required, which just isn't possible with a 15-month-old running around. He's down the background there with his mum, doing rollies on the grass. She's happy filming him. He's happy running around exploring the place. Yeah, I'd be more happy if this thing actually flew. There you go. Alright, well, I'm going to call this video a wrap. Casey thinks it's a good time to end the video as well. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Did you drop it? Did you drop it on the ground? Alright, let's go for a run. Come on. Come on.